Well, now we get Mei as a sub weapon, and she's really good because she's basically the axe of the game.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Like they make the sub weapons in this a lot more to form. Like let me demonstrate. Her weapon is like that overhead smash. Follows the axe arc of any Castlevania game pretty nicely.
Uh-huh. Oh, they reused those sprites. I recognize those.
Yeah. All the backgrounds are new though, which is nice. And some of the enemies are different.
So you say this was a team. How many people?
Gosh, I think like 4 or 5.
Pretty impressive.
I've seen
Just
AAA's.
let me say, I really respect the people that did this because, again, this is completely free. They
Yep.
got no money out of this. I obviously they can put this on a resume and say, look, this is a game that we made. Look at this, give us a job. But it was a completely, they did it because they really like the series, and I think that's really cool.
Fan game communities are pretty fucking top notch.
Like, you have to love something. You have to love game design, for one thing. You just have to like and also be able to do games. So when you can combine that with other shit that you just love, that's really, kind of magical.
Also, my favorite enemy of the game right there. Your standard giant sword man.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
All my favorite enemies in Castlevania games are like the just giant fucking assortment of weapons and swords.
Right. I still remember the sound that they made when the swords spin around.
I actually like the phantom sword wielders in like Aria Sorrow really well.
Uh-huh. Right, the swordmen that you kill them and then their ghost attacks you.
Or actually, I think aside from that, oh yeah, and then you get these guys.
Yeah, I remember those guys, the motion tweens knights.
With these guys, you have to be good on your backstep because they can like two-shot you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're tough. What was your favorite handheld Castlevania?
Probably Aria of Sorrow.
Aria was a great one.
I also played Portrait of Ruin, but I just don't remember any of it.
It's weird because I loved Bloodlines for Genesis, which Portrait of Ruin is like a sequel to. But I wasn't as big a fan of Portrait of Ruin. I liked the fight where you have to fight the memory of the whip.
Uh-huh.
That was cool. Also,
I
this
can't
part sucks.
remember any Portrait of Ruin fights.
You have
it was
to
just,
you have to basically
it was
fight
so long
Richter.
ago, but
Well, I mean, you basically
Was-
fight Richter. Also, this segment is interesting because if you stand on these platforms for too long, they turn around. So you have to pretty much like fight him like that by basically going around the bats and around the guy and
oh yeah,
hovering.
fly over him, yeah.
Yeah, nothing hidden up there. Bloodlines is a real interesting Castlevania. Mostly because it's like such a differentiation from the team that usually makes them. Instead, they got like the team that did like Contra Hardcore and Rocket Knight Adventures did that instead. So it's a little more of like a goofier Castlevania, but it's really good. I think my favorites overall are the original Castlevania, Rondo of Blood, Bloodlines, and then like Super Castlevania 4.
I mean, my favorite bar none is Symphony of the Night. It was like one of the first games, the first Castlevania games that I really got into. I can't really say I was really a big fan of this Nintendo, any of the older ones, but I just really liked the non-linear aspect and all the items and stuff that you could get. I actually have, I kept a save file for Symphony of the Night where I uncovered all the map squares. I got all of the items that you could get dropped from enemies, and I also kept a copy of each item in my inventory.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dawn of Sorrow is probably my favorite handheld. Julius mode in Dawn of Sorrow is like my favorite. Because it's basically Castlevania 3 all over again. Because you got a Belmont, a Magic Caster, a Alucard. I don't know, it's a lot of fun. So, this boss right here is the Black Cat of Despair.
Okay. She looks white to me.
Yeah, and she's also annoying as shit.
As cat girls normally are.
There are 2 cat girls in Touhou, and I fucking hate the both of them. The other one was in Subterranean Aneurysm. And I remember just seeing Slow Beef's Pain playing through that. My fucking condolences. Man. My old roommate, he hated cats. He just fucking hated them. So when he got to that boss, when he got up to that boss, he just got so fucking angry. He came
like actual legitimate anger.
Legitimately angry. And then I remember he came really close one time.
I'm mad at cat girls in anime games.
Me and him got along pretty well because I fucking hated cat girls too. But I remember he was trying to 1cc it as well in college. And I just remember one night he's got headphones on and he apparently got to like the final part of it and just choked. The scream he let out, it sounded like a Wolverine bit him in the dick. That's how pained he sounded.
I had kind of a similar situation where I was doing the Binding of Isaac, the Lost Run, and I was trying to do it legitimately. I don't fucking know why, because it's the most unfun RNG bullshit ever.
Oh,
but
why?
I was trying to do the boss rush, and I had the perfect items for it, and I'd gotten, I was about to kill the last boss, and of course there was like that boss that leaves the red poop in the room.
Oh yeah.
So you can't fucking see it, and the hitbox on that red poop is fucking so wonky that you could not even be close to it and wind up hitting it. I hit that red poop, I die, and with the Lost, you can find like the 9 lives item, but if you get hit in the boss rush, it's just you have to do it perfect. So I die in that boss rush room, and I just start screaming, and I'm just like, I shout fuck at the top of my lungs like 3 or 4 times, and it's just like, I put my hands up, I said, I'm gonna glitch this. I don't give a shit anymore.
Alright, so as you can tell, this cat boss is a pain in the ass.
Doesn't look so bad to me.
She can do fucking bad teleportation shit.
I kind of wish she would stop screaming, though.
Yeah, that too. Oh, I love this sprite though.
Now, you say that some of this, like all these character sprites, these are original sprites, right?
Yep.
Which, again, it's impressive.
Oh yeah.
Like actual video game quality. So
yeah,
did
the
you
voice is pretty bad.
Did you just get her as a friend?
No.
Oh, good.
We
We don't want a friend like that.
We don't get cat. We don't get cat buddy.
Good.
The bats are also a lot more annoying because the hitbox of the sword is way more defined than the hitbox of the whip, which was just like fucking gigantic. So taking out stuff like bats is now a lot harder. Like, this is definitely the better game. It's just way fucking harder than really the cakewalk Touhouvania 1 is. But that's good. I like a challenge. And yeah, Decade. I have never heard a Catgirl character who I didn't want to, like, die.
Felicia?
I'll give it that because it's a fighting game. But, oof. Even then, I like it more in Puzzle Fighter, where everything's kind of like, where annoying is kind of a good thing in that game.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, dancing gravestone.
Uh-oh. Spirit balls. This stage doesn't look like a tribute to anything.
It's close to a level in Super Castlevania 4. Oh god, Tao Kaka. I don't know, her JP voice was annoying, but her English one was way worse in my opinion.
Taco Kaka?
Tao Kaka, Blaze Blue. I actually really like the fighting game, I just haven't caught up with like 25 different iterations it's had.
I like fighting games, but I'm just not very good at them. And, you know, I like playing people online, but me being not good at fighting games and playing online is not... It doesn't work. Because I picked up Skullgirls and I really like that. It's a good game.
Yeah,
but I can't play it. I can't play it with anybody besides friends because holy shit.
Yeah, the net lag.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just getting into a match and just like being fucking curb stomped into oblivion because somebody comes up and pulls off their, you know, wicked nasty 80 hit combo and I just can't fucking do anything.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's why my favorite time ever playing a fighting game is like the day it comes out. Because my friends don't know the moves by that point.
Because at that point, yeah, nobody quite knows what they're doing yet, and you can actually have fun. But if you don't like put in like the study time to keep up with everybody else that's playing the game, if you come back to it later, it's going to be just completely full of people who've done nothing but play that game in the interim, and it's just you can't.
I loved Marvel vs. Capcom 3 for like 3 days because I could just play Hagar online and teach people to respect the fucking pipe. And then like a week later, I'm like, oh, I hate everyone who's playing this. So, this game has something in its attacking mechanics, which, if you play a lot of Castlevania games, is really good. It's hard to explain, but it's kind of like a, you can get kind of a double attack if you time your, you can kind of like attack cancel if you do like the low attack and the high attack at the same time. Like, normally you just do that, but if you like time it right with the jump, you can get 2 attacks in at the same time.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah. It's like attack canceling.
Yeah. So if you don't want to spam, you know, the the Christic Grim attack. It's a pretty good way to get people off your fucking back. Works especially good for a stage like this where you don't even have to like jump as much as fall canceling.
I'm noticing not nearly as many maids this time around.
I guess they maybe wanted to give harder enemies.
Yeah.
They have had some unique maids though. And I mean, you are playing as one, so there's...
That's not a maid.
Yeah, she's
You
the head.
can't, you can't call that a maid.
She's the head maid.
That doesn't look like any maid I ever saw.
She is the only maid a person ever needs. God damn it.
Call me old-fashioned, but that just don't look like any maid I would hire.
I would like any maid that I would ever hire to be proficient in fucking knife throwing and being able to cancel time.
I like that those skulls are wearing little crosses.
Isn't that fucking adorable?
Yeah. It's like, do you have some time to talk about Jesus Christ?
Time to die. Okay, if I
Did
remember
you know
correctly,
Jesus has a plan for you?
if I remember correctly, there are enemies in the water too, which are pretty cool. Somewhere. Oh, skeleton in the water, gotta run. God, I could really use some fucking help.
Yeah, do enemies drop health?
No, you have to pick it up.
Huh.
Alright, there's our sleeping, there's our little turtle buddies. Hey, turtle buddy. And there we go, full health refill. Full health refill and turtle buddies.
Those are some cute turtles.
They are fucking adorable. I love the way they go for the little, like,
Little snapping turtle, yeah.
much cuter than these fucking mermaids. Mermen. Whatever.
Are there mermaids though?
No, we do get a ferryman.
Ferryman? Oh, a ferryman.
Yeah.
I was thinking like fairies.
So this character is actually literally the ferryman of the souls of the dead. Like, so it's pretty cool that they actually make her, you know, the symphony of the night ferryman as well.
Because everybody remembers that part, you know.
They've had it since Castlevania 2.
I just noticed, but that background is really good.
It is really, really cool. I think I had that as my wallpaper for a while. And there we go. And we get a little bit of water mechanics for this boss. So she's also a really cool character. She's Yomu. She's half spirit, half human, and she is
Aren't
a
we
swordsman.
all half spirit, half human though?
Well, she's
I mean,
like,
if you're a religious person.
yeah, okay, but she's the her thing is the sword that she wields can cut anything in Gensokyo, but there are so many other overpowered characters in Gensokyo that, like, a character can just... There's characters that can, like, negate the concept of being cut. So she's actually not that strong of a character. But she's, like, the second strongest boss in one of the games. In Perfect Cherry Blossom.
Okay.
But she's cool. She's the swordsman. And if I remember correctly, she's pretty hard. Particularly since I am in water and cannot dodge all that well. Oh, I'm so fucking close. Alright. Just got her.
This seems like it would be really fun to get into and kind of study the patterns and figure out a way to, you know, because obviously there's something there you're supposed to do to keep from getting hit.
Yeah.